And I want to also say, if you're schizophrenic, I suggest you look at things like ancestral karma. Karma is really hard to understand, but I feel like I'm being uploaded with that kind of information to make me aware of these things. There's an outside voice working with me and the spirits to understand, like I said, myself. Like, I feel like schizophrenic is really revealing within that person, and they need to understand it rather than fight it or rather be taken over by it. I feel like in the perfect scenario, a schizophrenic shouldn't be on medication. I mean, she should be, taking natural things and, using natural remedies and really on a holistic approach. I feel like a schizophrenic should be able to see a local shaman or something, or, like a somebody who deals with spirits, somebody who can train them so they won't be lost. They can have somebody there for them. But that's not always the case. And I guess like that shouldn't be always the case, because you learning on your own is important too. You know what I mean? You have to make your own mistakes. So I guess, I love learning from my mistakes. I really did. Like, I see myself as a different person. I thought that I was not a good person, and like through the beginning of my awakening, I had that insight that I was, and I feel like I was losing it because of what the voices were saying. And I'm ready to accept that side of me. I'm ready to accept that, that I still have that darkness in me. And that's part of yin and yang, and I'm like okay with accepting myself like fully like that, and using that side of me as as an outlet to something different, of course, to try to help or entertain or just different things, like writing my sci-fi novels. I'm actually trying to publish my second book here in June. I have to get it edited, of course, so it probably won't be directly in June, maybe be in July, but I have to get it edited. And right now, I'm getting in contact with this lady who did my first book cover, and I want to, collaborate and see if she can execute a beautiful book cover for me, because that's really important to me. And later on, I'm probably just gonna write some more, edit myself, and I guess I just want to say to you guys that keep going on your journey. You're on the right path. You know what I mean? Like, use your mistakes as lessons. Don't view them as mistakes. Don't view them as bad decisions. View them as things that you learn from. Once you gain that different perspective, like, things will start to make more sense for you. You have to go through certain levels in your mind, which is, I guess, raising your consciousness or your vibrations. And that's why like I've been eating vegetarian. I've been starting a raw food diet, and I'm like, I was hungry, really hungry this morning, but I started it, and to heal myself physically, and I love being a vegetarian. Like, I started at the beginning of my awakening, but once I started to go through it, I like gave it up and started eating meat again. And I'm starting to really pick it back up and understand why it's a necessity to be a vegetarian. Like, not everybody will see it that way, but it's to me, the messages that I get, the messages, I'm just saying a vegetarian is the way to go. Like, I think that you would feel more clear minded in the things that you think. You would be closer to nature and animals and even the source. So I feel everybody should at least try it and see what kind of effects it has on them. Um, and what else I want to talk about? I guess that's it. I feel like I had something else to say, but I forgot because they started talking. But I hope you guys have an amazing awakening. Um, to all my schizophrenics, like it's like time is starting for us to rise. You know what I mean? Like, we're about to start receiving our messages faster, and it's up to us to help those people who are too like low in their vibrations to even understand their messages. The ones that realize they're not even getting them, or the ones that really just don't pay attention to them. So, we have to really observe and listen. That's the biggest thing I should say, especially with the voices talking all day. You can really figure out what part of you need healing just by what they're saying. Sometimes the different understanding is a little bit harder. So that's what I pray for. Like when you pray for understanding, like I said, things will just fall into place. And you will love the journey that you're on. You will love yourself. Like I feel unconditional love now. Like I was just like yesterday talking to my spirits. I was so happy. I was just like laughing like a child again. It was crazy. Like I've always like laughed with my spirits and everything, but sometimes they just like are kind of boring now. And like I feel like they're just there to talk. So I was like, let me spice it up a little bit, and it was amazing. I would like, I'm trying to have more conversations with them like that and have more fun times with them like that. Like I said, because they need to experience those things too. It's what makes them happy. It's what makes them feel, you know. And I notice like when they don't feel like when the bad side are just talking, they get angry and like they don't like they want to hit the other side. They want to fight the other side, and I guess like that's a learning for them too. Is like they need to keep their peace. If they want to come in, then you like do it with your own. Not want to say shade. Do it with your own creative way. You know what I mean? Kind of impress the locals or something. And I don't know. It's definitely been a journey, and I'm excited to continue it. And I hope you guys continue yours. And just know that love your spirits because they're a part of you. So you have to accept yourself, accept that the spirits are there, expect that the spirits are affecting you, and you will move on to the next level of thinking. And once you do that, keep paying attention to how you think source wants you to think. You know what I mean? Like I said, he has a big mind, so he's thinking all kind of ways. He's just not thinking a simple, straight way. These lessons are going to come to you in all kind of directions. So you just have to be prepared. Like I said, it's hard being prepared, especially when the voices are just talking all day. But pray for understanding. All right, thanks, guys.